friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So I have been a little MIA lately. I feel like I haven't been super excited about a lot of the polish releases lately, but today I am reviewing a polish collection I am so excited about. This is the Orly Color Pass for summer 2025. This is inspired by the 80s. I grew up in the 80s, so you know I love it. It gives me all of the Saved by the Bell vibes, and I'm so excited to share this collection with you. I will let you know I'm not doing comparisons in this video just because I am running short on time. I am leaving Seattle for the upcoming weekend, so I just wanted to get this up for you real quick because it's such a beautiful collection. So hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I did receive this collection compliments of Orly, so thank you so much, Orly. I am so excited for these. As I've already mentioned, the information for this says, join us as we honor the eras that defined us. Grab your boombox and let the 80s summer vibes roll in. Okay, so first up here we have Shut Up Heather, and this is an absolutely gorgeous polish. This is one of my faves from this collection. It's an easy two-coater. It does dry matte as most neons do. The description for this one says it's a bright fuchsia cream that will make you crave your MTV and slide on your shades because your future's so bright. You gotta wear shades. I can't sing, but I know you guys remember that song. It's a classic 80s song, and this polish really is so bright that you have to wear shades. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous in the summertime on your fingernails or on your toenails. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting. It's absolutely stunning. And then I did pull out some comparisons after all. I couldn't not, because these are so pretty. I didn't do a ton of comparisons, but here we have Cirque Gossip. Was not quite as bright. Zoya Brinkley was very much super bright, a lot brighter. And then Zoya Soraya or Soraya had more purple in it. And next up, we have another absolute beauty, another one that is a fave of mine, and I will be wearing this a lot in the summertime. This is Stay Rad. It's described as a bright purple cream, and it does look like it's an actual purple until you compare it to purples. And then when you put it next to pinks, you can see that it's not necessarily pink. It really is purple. So yeah, we're just going to go with a bright purple cream, and you'll see how it compares to other polishes when I show the comparisons. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting, and then here you can see comparisons. So I was sure this is going to be similar to Essie Set the Tiki Bar High. You can see Set the Tiki Bar High is not as bright. I noticed when I swatched Soraya that it was more purple than Shut Up Heather, so I wanted to see how it compared to Stay Rad, and you can see Stay Rad is more purple there. But then when you pull out purple such as Synthetic Symphony and Crash the Party, as shown here, and then Stay Rad is in the middle, Stay Rad looks like it's pink. It looks like it's Shut Up Heather, but it's not. And then here you can see Shut Up Heather, Stay Rad, and then I pulled out Tangoed in Love. I'm sorry about the bright lights there especially on Tangoed in Love. It's hard to see the polish, but that way you guys can kind of get an idea of what that polish actually looks like. Okay, and next up, I love all of the polishes, but this is probably my least favorite. I'm not a huge orange fan. This one does look like it's going to be very neon, but it actually doesn't dry as neon as it initially applies. It dries down a little bit darker, so you'll see that here. Really in the comparisons, you'll get to see that. So this is Kowabunga. Kowabunga is described as probably a bright orange. I don't have it written down here, so it's probably described as a bright orange cream. I couldn't find a lot of the descriptions on here, so let's just go with that. It's an easy two-coater. It does dry down matte, and it is a very pretty orange that's super easy to apply. And can I just say that all of the brushes on these polishes were perfect. I have had issues with Orly brushes in the past, but I would say over the past few years, they've really improved on all of their brushes. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting, and then let's look at comparisons. This is really interesting. So I was sure it was going to be close to like China Glaze Son of a Peach or Orly Tangerine Dream, and you can see that those two are so much brighter. And Kowabunga was actually a little bit more similar to Essie Movin' and Groovin', which surprised me, especially with as neon as it initially applied. But when it dries down, it truly dries down darker and matte. Okay, next up, and another favorite. I always love shades like this, so of course I'm going to love this one. It applies so easily. It's an easy two-coater. This one also does dry matte because it is so bright. It's so pretty. This is described as a bright aqua cream, and when I first saw this, I felt like I for sure had to have a dupe for this one. So let's get right into the comparisons after we take a look at the swatch under studio lighting. And then here we have China Glaze Cuba Diving was a little bit more muted, or a different shade. It was different. It looks very similar here, but it was different. Orly Give It a Swirl had a little bit, maybe it was different too. And then Zoya Marisol was more blue. And then here I wanted to pull out Be Kind Rewind from this collection. Coming up next, you'll get to see that swatch soon. It's a lot darker, but I wanted to compare it to Zoya's Marisol. And you can see no dupes there. And then here I pulled out Essie's Take the Lead, and again, no dupes there. And another fave because, well, it's blue, and I love me some blues. This is Be Kind Rewind. This is almost a one coat wonder. I feel like if you put this on thicker than I did here, it will be a one coat wonder. I actually felt like it was a one coat wonder on my middle finger when I did the comparison swatches, but since my thumb is huge, it was definitely a two coater. This one does also dry matte, just FYI. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Here we have a few more comparisons to this polish. We have China Glaze Blue Raspberry Ice was a different shade of blue. Essie Offbeat Chic was a little bit darker. And then I have China Glaze Sure Feels Good was a different shade as well. And last but most definitely not least, this is another fave of mine. This one is so pretty. I feel like this one's probably my fave, and then Shut Up Heather and Stay Rad and Mallrat are all tied for second. And then probably Be Kind Rewind, and then Kowabunga. So that's how I feel about all of these. But like I said, this one most definitely is my top, and it's called Most Definitely. It's described as a neon coral cream. It's another two coater, another one that dries matte, another one that's beautiful, another must have. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting and comparisons. Here we have Orly Breathables. The floor is lava. That has shimmer in it, so it's different, but I wanted to show you how they compare as far as the base color goes. And then Zoya Bodhi is more orange, and Zoya Lani is brighter. Zoya Lani is one of my favorite shades to wear in the summertime, by the way. All right, guys, what did you think of this collection? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know, are you fans of the 80s? I am, like I said, I am a super 80s fan. All the 80s things all the time. I absolutely love it. I have a lot of super exciting things coming up over the next few months, so I'm going to be a little bit busy, but I really hope to keep up with all of my nail polish collections. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Love you.